Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Michelle and we are watching Succession Season 4, Episode 4 today. Now, last episode, we lost Logan. Thank you, Brian Cox. I actually forgot to mention Brian Cox for the performance of Logan Roy that he has done for 3 seasons and the first 2 episodes of Season 4. He just brought such authority to Logan. Like, he could simultaneously play a doddering old man that just looked like, oh god, we need to put you out to pasture, old man, and then at the same time just play this beast, this primal carnivorous beast that would just rip apart anyone, including his own children. I think he always did a very good job in I don't know if Brian Cox ever wanted to humanize Logan Roy, if that was ever part of, and when I say humanize, I mean bring a level of sympathy from the audience in regards to Logan. I don't think the writers ever sought to do that within the narrative. There was nothing in the dialogue that was ever said in regards to the character that could create sympathy, other than, I would say, the episode where they did the therapy and he was swimming and Marsha was holding the towel and the camera showed all of those scars on his back, but I can't think of other scenes other than, that episode, and then hearing that he blamed himself for his sister's death. But beyond those 2 moments, I don't believe that the writers ever put a sympathetic light on the character of Logan Roy. So I'm not sure whether or not Brian Cox as an actor ever made choices in an attempt to create a more sympathetic version of Logan. I don't think he did, because I never found myself sympathizing with Logan in any scenario, and if he did, then sorry, Brian Cox, you failed at making Logan Roy sympathetic, if that was ever part of his portrayal of him, or an intention behind his portrayal of Logan Roy. But either way, whether that was his intent or not, he crafted a character, the writers crafted a character, and he brought it to life. I always feel like writers are like sculptors. They create like this clay, like they take clay and then they sculpt these characters, and then actors come in, they settle inside the clay, and then it's like, how when you're the way I've always viewed it is, let's just say those like you're on a boardwalk and you have people who like stand there and they pretend like they're covered in gray and they pretend to be part of like the fixtures, and then all of a sudden they come to life and they move. That's how I always kind of feel the writers and the actors, the relationship between the characters that they play and the characters that they write. I view the writer as the sculptor. They're sculpting them, and then the actor comes in, settles inside that clay, and then they move and they bring breath and life into the clay, but they have to sculpt it. The writer have to sculpt it first, and Brian Cox entered the clay of Logan Roy and brought him to life beautifully. Just a monstrous performance, where there were moments where his intimidation was quiet, it was effortless, it was terrifyingly silent, the way he can intimidate his children. And then there were moments where he was loud and boisterous, and I don't know which version was scarier. Sometimes they say the silent ones are more scarier, but Brian Cox made both just terrifying. He did an excellent job with the character of Logan Roy. Now in this episode, I wonder, it's called Honeymoon States, so I do find myself wondering whether or not Connor is going to go on his honeymoon with Willa. And low-key, I'm like, go ahead, honey, go on your honeymoon, because your father wasn't even going to go to your wedding, so why go to his funeral? So will we see, I would imagine we would get Logan's funeral. I would imagine that's what this episode is probably going to focus in on. So I'm really interested to see just how the kids cope going forward, and as well as Waystar's future and whether or not any of the kids do become CEO. I do find myself very interested on where Tom goes from here, because he's like, I lost my protection. And it was so interesting seeing Colin standing there like he was Logan's protector, and just how they mapped that was so wonderful. Like, you have Colin, who's been Logan's protector, just standing there aimlessly like, what do I do now? Like, who do I protect? And then you have Tom, like it pans to Tom, and he referred to as Logan as his protector in that episode, and then now he's without protection. It was such an interesting like juxtaposition, the way the camera just panned and how they're both like in these situations in terms of protection. So yeah, I am interested in where Tom's character goes from here. He clearly still wants to be in a position of power. I think that has a lot to do with why he's blocking Shiv from getting divorced. Love, I'm so conflicted with Tom. It's like, I think he wants Shiv, he wants the power, he wants to have it all. And we're seeing a different side of Tom, who's willing to do awful things, betray, lie. I mean, it's not like it's out of character for him, because we've seen him do it. He just never did it towards Shiv. So I feel like now that he's willing to shift to certain not so wonderful things that he's been willing to do throughout the series, but now that Shiv is no longer underneath the scope of not, he's willing to do these things to Shiv, I feel like that kind of changes the landscape of the relationship, which is why I really want them to get a divorce. But I'm worried that Shiv is in such a, she's grieving, she's sad. I hope she doesn't turn to Tom for comfort. I hope she still goes through with the divorce or keeps looking for a divorce attorney. But I just, with everything going on, that's why I hope, I mean, I know Tom is probably going to do everything he can to like sweep this under the rug, because with everything going on, her father's death, the funeral, the acquisition, well, the merger of equals, and then the Pierce acquisition, it's just so much is going on that maybe divorcing Tom, just, it falls so low. And I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. I hope she keeps her eye on the target and gets that divorce, because the second he started to jam up divorce attorneys, that, walk away, instantly walk away. Do not trifle with that. So I'm kind of worried that with everything going on, she's just gonna like look at it and it's like, why put myself through even more stress of the divorce? Because no matter how amicable or I mean, yes, there is a level of like divorce going sideways, but even if it's an amicable divorce, it's still stressful. Oh honey, I'm afraid to press play. That last episode dreamed me. I cried. I feel like this next one's gonna be a heartbreaker too, because I'm sure we're gonna deal like with the fallout of his death, and so I fully expect these kids to have like emotional breakdowns along the way. It's like their father died, yes, but their abuser died too, and it's all messy. I fully expect these actors to just bring it home. I'm afraid to press play, y'all. I don't want to cry again. Anyways, let's brave it together. Grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to. Oh no. Oh goodness. It's just despair.
Good morning, Siobhan. Sorry to bother you today.
Oh, hey, Sharon. Hi. No problem.
I wanted to discuss your results.
Doctor?
Davina will reach out to make an appointment for your 20-week scan, but I'm thinking of you at this time. If there's anything I can do.
Okay.
No! Shit. You know, in the olden days, they would just throw themselves off of the staircase. Shiv, you might have to. Oh my god, no. My worst fears. I had a feeling in episode 9 she would have gotten pregnant. I'm not happy about this development. The last thing she needs is a pregnancy. What she needs is a divorce. A good divorce attorney that he can't jam up.
No, you fucked me. You fucked me right in the ass here. What you've done, Juliet, is you've taken a strap-on and you fucked me right in the ass, yeah? Call me.
What the hell was that?
Hey.
How you doing?
Where's Connor on his honeymoon?
What's up with Marcia?
Oh, the belle of the ball?
Death becomes her.
And, like, where's Carrie?
In Marcia's trunk.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like, I'm sure it'll crush me eventually. Freight train a coming, but today I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't believe any of you are okay.
I wonder if maybe I've just thought about it so much one way or another that, I don't know, I've maybe pre-grieved?
Well, good for you. I mean, I don't believe
Pre-griefed. Yeah.
Hey, how we doing?
Oh, you know.
Vultures everywhere.
Strange being here without him.
Indeed, indeed. So what have I missed?
God, he's such a little climber. Look at him
And
climb.
what's your sense, Frank? What are the CEO vibes?
Why are they discussing Tom? Like, why is he part of this conversation?
Hey guys.
Hi.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
thanks, man.
Thank you.
My guys, my lovely guys.
Okay. Hey, you know, we're
Right?
not like
Yeah.
playing shoots and ladders, okay? Our dad just died.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't touch them. Anyone who's not Roman, Kendall, Shiv, and Connor feel like vultures. And I want them gone.
So the aim is we'd like to make an announcement today stating who we think will take over in the interim, ready for Monday.
I've already done it, and quite successfully. And it's an interim role to do the deal. I'd get it done.
Don't push me out the plane so fast there, Jer.
Oh my goodness.
Well, with the old man gone, I can't help but wonder if I don't have a little left to give.
Look.
Were the opportunity to arise, all I would say is that if there's a ring, my hat's in, respectfully.
Well, I would just say
Wow.
you're a clumsy interloper and no one trusts you. The only guy pulling for you is dead, and now you're just married to the ex-boss's daughter. You are fair and squarely fucked.
Jesus, Carl.
Frank?
Good. Ream him out a bit more, please.
I wanted to say, because these things can happen in a flash, but if and when the time comes for you to consider selling this place, I'm worried to even say the words, but I would be...
No need to be ashamed. We're family. I will be looking for between 60 and 70 millions.
You got that money? After all the money you poured into your election, Connor?
63 or...
Done?
Done?
Yeah, done.
Okay. Yeah. Done.
I guess. God, everyone feels like a vulture.
I've had passed to me a rather worrying piece of paper. Okay, and draft takes it away and it gets flushed down a toilet by mistake. I'm kidding, of course. No, sure, you're,
Did Logan
you're
leave a will?
speculating in a comic mode. Yeah.
For the company, I should say.
I've just been handed a piece of paper, Jerry. It has a list of wishes in the event of Logan's death.
Did he choose a kid? Did he choose Kendall? I feel like he would have chosen Kendall.
We were joking that it could fall in the toilet.
Yes, well, that is a very funny joke.
Did he choose a child? Who did he choose? I want to see this damn letter.
All right, well.
Leave it to Logan to like go out with a bang. Oh my god, what if he chose Connor? That's why they're like, hell no. I don't see him choosing Shiv. I don't see him choosing Roman. It's either Connor or Kendall.
So look, I'm one of the executors of your dad's affairs. And it appears at a certain point it was your dad's wish that Kendall take over as CEO.
Holy shit. And here I thought it would have been Connor.
And I mean, it doesn't hold any legal value.
That's side eye from Shiv.
We think from context, they were added maybe in the last 18 months.
Oh, so he underlined recently?
Underlined or crossed out?
Shiv.
Girl, that's underlined.
Oh, no. I'm not saying for or against. I'm just, as a matter of fact, it's...
Are you serious?
I mean...
That's underlined. Oh my god, Shiv, don't you start.
Doesn't really matter because it's legally, it's the board. Yeah?
It's underlined. Why is that even a conversation? If you're crossing something out, you start at the top, like in the middle.
The document isn't essentially moot. You know, it's impossible to decipher.
Well, it sure as fucking shit doesn't say Shiv.
Oh shit.
Well, there's a lot to consider. Should we reconvene before the board meeting to pool thoughts?
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is it plain as day that it was underlined? If you're crossing something out, you start in the middle of the word. He started underneath. But I understand the when did he make this? It's clear he underlined Kendall as CEO, but when did he make that is the only question.
My dad wanted me to take over.
Well, sometimes. You know that. He did.
He made me hate him, and he died. I feel like he didn't like me.
Oh.
I disappointed him.
No. Come on. We think these grand horror things. He was an old bastard, and he loved you. He loved you.
You think?
I think so.
Oh, Frank. I really do like Frank. What a confusing document to find after everything.
If I get them in behind me, will you follow?
You've got stuff cooking. You seem so well. You really want back in?
And there it goes. I agree with Frank.
Hey.
Push him down the stairs, girl.
Oh. You?
Well, he wasn't my dad, but, you know, he's...
Yes, I'm just slowly coming to accept that we killed him.
Shit.
No, we did. He died on the plane. If we had said yes to Gojo, then he might have been around for 20 more years so we could rock his grandkids to sleep.
As he was evidently so keen to do.
Movement passes.
Oh, God. Now we're having a kids entertainer.
Who the fuck made him king of the day?
Man of humility, grace, dignity.
Who died fishing his iPhone from a clogged toilet.
In public.
Oh, shit.
So they say Carl blocked out. No.
Stood up for what was just.
Undergraduate state freeds. He hadn't had his shit for 20 years.
He was a man of wisdom.
Oh my god. What the hell?
My dad was very affected.
Yeah, and so why is he doing that with his face, can I ask?
That's just how his face looks these days.
Oh Oh my god.
He's sad. He knew your dad for a long time.
I'm pretty sure he just fucking winked at me.
I got your message, but I just want to go. I just have some things of mine upstairs that I need.
They're in the back. Kevin? Melanie? Please.
Thank you.
No, not upstairs. I don't want her up.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey, what is going on? You okay? Is this yours? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
You're good? Do you need me to help you?
She was there when the man died. Damn, Marsha. I get it. But you left.
I got it.
God, Roman's being kinder to her than... Jeez.
Take her out the back, yeah?
Take her out the back. Jesus.
Marsha, that was unnecessary, right?
Right?
We're calling her a taxi. To her little apartment.
Nice. Ugh.
I thought he'd be like my dad. 95 and just started suing the neighbor.
Oh my god.
Embolism, pulmonary.
Oh, I forgot to even wonder what the man died of.
Business plan and choke laughing.
Oh.
Fucking prick.
Hey. Come on.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hey, so listen. I think Stewie would swing behind one of us.
Oh, okay. Does she know she can go back? And she dropped the grapes.
Yeah, her boat really came in, didn't it? You know that Connor's moving in, yeah?
Okay. What?
Well, Marcia gets it, but she sort of sold it to me.
She did? Let's all move in.
Yes! They might kill each other, though. I really feel like they'd kill each other eventually.
Can we...
Peter...
Someone might choke somebody out if they live together, but I would love to see them in that. I'd watch a show with the siblings locked in Logan's old house.
It's a rum situation, and one in the eye for all of us, and also...
Can you stop ignoring me, please? For fuck's sake, huh? Come on, please. Let's talk about it. I'd like it to be one of us. And yeah, Dad said so.
Okay, well, let's discuss, but can you please just stop jonesing? You're walking around the wake with a fucking heart on. I think it needs to be me too. Yeah, we're doing what we do together.
Well, ultimately, that's how I want it.
Man, come on, you're jerking over a piece of paper that you scribbled your fucking name on.
I'm a COO, and I know Mattson, and I was very close with Dad. We had a number of communications that you were aware of, and some that, honestly, now's not the time. We were close, and honestly, Ken, it doesn't feel good, right? For it to be just you.
Yeah.
I agree with what he was saying. I agree.
Rome, it doesn't have to be just me. I'm down. It makes sense.
Okay. And what about me?
It looks like special pleading. Like, it's the COO's. It's in the draft plan. I'm on the piece of paper. And besides, I think 2 is cool, but 3 is... Like, 3 is...
a bit wonky.
Why are y'all always shoving Shiv out like that?
I can't see the board going for 3.
I killed both of them at this point.
I need to be across everything.
Everything, yeah.
We'll do the deal. Spin ATN, fold in Pierce, 6 months, 8 months.
And that's all equal.
Yeah.
Equal as fuck.
This is a dad promise on yesterday.
Yeah.
On yesterday.
On yesterday. Not gonna fuck you.
I don't trust him.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Shut the fuck up and stop laughing. It's not a comedy night.
Yikes.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't fucking touch me. Stop smiling.
Is she telling Sandy to stop smiling?
There's going to be an issue about your competence. And so maybe if we stress, for example, how involved you've already been.
We say that he was losing his focus towards the end.
Okay. So it's Operation Shit on Dad.
I wouldn't, but it is our job to say that we could go to Connor's mom, physical and verbal abuse, the Carrie situation.
Okay. I do have certain feelings of queasiness about, I guess, shitting on our dad while he's still up at Frank E. Campbell's. Maybe don't bring us this disgusting shit ever again, okay?
Sure.
Thanks anyway.
Understood.
Sorry. Thanks, Roy.
Thanks, Hugo.
Yep. Apologies.
Yikes. I mean, I get why they do it. It's part of their job to go at every angle that is viable to kind of burnish them as competent enough to lead the company in this. Oh god, is that going to be like the thing he gets off on now? Yeah, that's clearly underlined. He didn't cross it out. His hand, he was elderly. His hand probably shook. He started off in the right place and then his hand like shook. But when is the question? When did he underline that? You know, strangely enough, I think Frank gave the best advice to Kendall. Walk away. You're doing well without all this. Walk away.
The bad dad stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna say go through
It's
with
what he
it.
would do. He'd want this for the firm.
Oh god.
And that, but soft, no prints.
Right. I
Where's
mean,
Roman in all this?
I
Don't
don't
you
wanna-
need Roman's
I'm a
clearance
little
too?
concerned to freelance.
Just get on it. Unless you want me to pull out the strap on.
Oh wow. Just like that, and just like that. Fucking hell. Oh, Kendall. Shiv, you need to go for your brother's kneecap and take the company. And just like that, Shiv's pregnant. I can't believe I forgot about the pregnancy, like the whole, because in season 3, towards the last 2 episodes, they really did just drop little nuggets here and there, and I'm like, well, bleep, they better not go down that route. And I completely forgot about it because of Logan's death and everything going on, and then slapped me across the face with, she's pregnant. I think they said 20 weeks. Oh shit. What the hell she's gonna do? What is she gonna do? She's stuck. It's like, Dad's dead. Roman and Kendall are shoving her out. Tom is there, baby. Shiv needs to become ruthless. I can't believe I'm not. Am I about to become a Shiv stan where I just, well, not a Shiv stan, but like advocating for Shiv to just say screw everyone and choose herself? Am I about to become that person? Because there is no reason in any of this other than the fact, other than her sex, as to why she's getting shoved out. Because Shiv, Kendall's no better than Shiv, Roman's no better than Shiv, Connor's no better than Shiv. Like, all the kids have their flaws. Every one of them. Shiv's not perfect, but shit, the only reason she always gets shoved out is because of her sex, and the only reason she gets brought in is because of her sex. Like when they needed to like show pony her around after the whole cruise line news dropped. And yes, Shiv did allow herself to get used in that entire situation, where she kind of put her sex to the side and kind of sided with power and getting in, finally being in the family business and all of that. So it's like, yeah, Shiv, I remember you going to that park and convincing that woman to back down. So it's like, yikes. But she's pregnant. I kind of wanted to be wrong about this. Like, this is the one time I'm not happy. I predicted something. I don't want her to be pregnant. Not even, like, and it's funny because initially when I didn't want her pregnant, it was because of the child. And not to say it's not even less so about the child anymore. It's just coming off of everything her mother said. I'm like, you're just gonna put all of your damage onto this child too. And it's like, I don't want you to be a mother because, or Tom a father, or you two in a marriage raising a child, because you're just gonna screw the kid just as much as, like, well, not just as much as Logan, but you know, Logan and Caroline really messed those kids up. So it's like, why repeat that? Stay away from it, especially if you don't think you'll make a good mother. Just walk away from that. Now I don't want her to be pregnant because I don't want Tom to have like some kind of foothold in there or feel like he has a right to be in her life, because this entire episode Tom is just like wandering around, moseying, and it felt like he did not belong in any conversation he was in except for the one that he had with Shiv on the staircase, where he was clearly trying to manipulate her by bringing up the first time she probably had like developed feelings for him, or kind of even the way he spoke about the moment just made me feel like, so you pestered her until she gave you the response you were looking for. And then like that eventually, like that just annoyed me. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm seeing it. I want Tom out of her life. I want to throw him down. Like the entire time they're on the stairs, I just want to toss him over the staircase. And this whole Kendall, like, I think, like I said, what Frank said was the right thing. The best thing anyone said to Kendall this entire episode is what Frank said to him. Not just about how Logan loved him, but also like, do you want this? Now, do I think Frank was saying it from a purely altruistic place? Probably not. I think it was a twofer. I think it was, yes, there's a lot of history there with him and Kendall, and secondly, he knows there's going to be a bid for the CEO spot and he probably wants it too. So it's like with Kendall out, it's less competitors. But with that being said, I do think Frank gave him the most sane advice. You're doing well away from the company, leave it be, choose yourself. Because if he's going after Waystar, he's not choosing himself. He's not choosing his kids. He's not choosing a healthy lifestyle that will help him reclaim a deserved, like, listen, I don't believe all parents deserve their children or deserve to be in their children's life. I feel like sometimes when you mess up, you got to earn that shit back. And Kendall can be on a path where he can earn and deserve to be in his kid's life again. And him choosing, I mean, clearly at the end there, it's like, geez, he's just, you can already tell he's going to become an even worse person. And it's interesting seeing him and like seeing that ending scene and then thinking of the scene where they were saying, yeah, Shiv, we're going to rope you in. And on some level you believe Roman, but Kendall, I believed absolutely not. Like Roman, I would, like, in terms of belief, I believe Roman this much. Kendall, I believe this much. Nothing. Closed fist. Absolutely no belief. And like that, at the end of the episode, he doesn't even rope in the individual that he's supposed to be sharing this, like, co-CEO interim, like, what is it, interim co-CEOs, whatever they are. Like, he's not even roping in Roman. He's sure as shit not gonna rope in Shiv. And when they do vote with the Matsson thing, I mean, Shiv will get a vote. Stewie will get a vote. Roman will get a vote. Kendall will get a vote. Who else? Does Marcia still have shares? Did that ever happen? I mean, well, no. Having shares and being on the board are two different things, but everything they're doing now is going to impact whether or not Kendall gets a vote, Romy gets a vote. Like, does Kendall not? I mean, oh my God. And the way Marcia treated Carrie was so awful. And like, I remember saying it during the reaction, like, who do you want to be? The vulture, which is Tom just going around, kind of like him and Greg, both like little social climbers, just slinking around, trying to like glom onto anybody that can give them power, glom onto anyone that can sort of sustain their entitled belief that they belong in that room. And then you have someone like Marcia, who's treating people like shoving them out through the back, like just tossing them away, not even looking at them. It's just, and I like that Willa kind of stood up for herself when she's like, look how far you've come. It's like, yeah, look at you, look at both of us, look how far both of us have come. Like, careful now. Like, I like that Willa did not back down in regards to Marcia trying to shame her, or like you know how people like Marcia work. Like, everyone knows like a Marcia, maybe not to that extent of wealth, but the kind of person who likes to throw in casual digs to make you feel, or to remind you of where you've come from, and just people like that who just need to feel superior in some shape or form. Ugh. But yes, Shiv, I need Shiv to become ruthless. If anything, maybe this can be this pregnancy. I don't know whether or not she'll go through with it, or she might just, throw herself down a staircase. Who the hell knows? But in this case, I hope this pregnancy brings a fire to her that we have not seen sustain long enough for her to get to where she wants to get to in her life, the goal she has for herself. I know that's the idealistic way of thinking at it. Like, sometimes pregnancy and motherhood can create a fire in us, and it refocuses you. Sometimes I understand that's the ideal. It's not always the outcome, but I do hope for Shiv's character, if she chooses this baby, if she chooses motherhood, I do hope it refocuses her. And she looks her brother in the eye and she slits his goddamn throat. Not literally, but, handle Kendall, because I don't want Kendall anywhere near the company. The route he's going, absolutely not. Roman, less so. Connor, Tom definitely needs to go too. I just hope, and like I said, if there's anyone I believe, if I had to choose someone, I choose Shiv, but it's like, her sex always seemingly gets in the way for them to consider her, and it's so outdated way of thinking, and you think it's an outdated way of thinking, and you want it to be an outdated way of thinking, but unfortunately it's not an outdated way of thinking, because it's very true. I mean, you look at how many women are in power, it's few and far between, and some of them who are there are just there because of their sex, not because of their merit. So it's such a tricky conversation to have, and at the same time it's not. It's like you make it complex when in reality it's simple. So it's like, to me, Shiv, they always hang on her experience, like your experience, lack of experience. But it's like Kendall and Roman can have all the experience in the world, and look what they've amounted to. There's nothing that those two have shown that have made me believe that they're far superior than Shiv, and they apparently have more experience than her. So fat lot of good that damn experience has done them. So it's like they keep trying to shove her out of the guise of experience, but really it's just a boys club, and they don't want the girl in there. And that's what it always comes down to me, because it's like, you have experience and yet you two have done nothing with it. You both seem like buffoons at times. So it's like, What has your experience done for you that you believe that Shiv, that gives you a one-up on Shiv's lack thereof? And it's like, it just really comes down to the fact that she's a woman. Call a spade, because when they really want to cut at her, like when I believe it was in the season 3 opening, when Shiv walks out and Kendall just goes right at her sex, he cuts at her and he goes right at her womanhood. When Roman wanted to get back at her, I think it was Kendall's birthday party, he really just went after her being a woman. In those moments, that's when the truth of it all comes out. And that's when you see they hang on to her lack of experience. Logan did it, Roman does it, Kendall does it. And it's so annoying. And that's partially why I just want her to take a knife and like, I hope this baby, if she chooses to keep the baby and goes forward with the pregnancy, and if she's just like, if she chooses motherhood, if that's a path she chooses for herself and she wants it, I hope it refocuses her in life. And just, and I know that's so, I get it. I get how that line of thinking in and of itself is a bit like dated, but I want Shiv away from everyone. It's interesting how in the beginning of the show, I was off on Shiv because she was the one who was like least involved in everything. And then in the second season and then the third season, I feel like the second season is what really turned me off on Shiv, with the whole scandal and all that, the cruise line scandal. And now I find myself in season 4 just, I want Shiv. I don't know what it is I want for her. I don't know if it's I want her to win. I just don't want Tom around her. I don't want Kendall constantly undermining her and believing that he is superior than her. It's so annoying, because if it was rooted in her abilities, if it was rooted in her character, then it'd be a completely different conversation. But none of it is. It's always rooted to her sex, and they show their asses anytime they really get into it, and they cut the bullshit, and they always have something to say about her being a woman. Even Connor made a jab at it in the episode where Kendall the episode where she released that letter. I believe that was the episode Connor came in and made a jab at her being a woman. So maybe that's why I find myself like, come on, Shiv, come on, girl, come on, like rev it up. I guess that's why, because all of these little assaults on her, not physical assaults, but assault, hopefully never a physical assault, but all these assaults on her, it's rooted in her sex. And I just want her to like say, fuck them all. Oh, this was another great episode. Truly, I mean, this season 4 has started off wonderfully, and it just kept going. So hopefully 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 just rip my heart out even more. But I am rooting for Shiv, and Kendall is already undermining Roman. He's definitely not going to even factor in Shiv, which is why when this vote comes around, I hope everyone's just tallying all of the shit Kendall has done, said, lied, and just whacks him out of the line of succession. Haha, get it? The episode title, Succession, not the episode title, the show title. I want Kendall out of the line of succession. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here and say thank you all so much for watching. I always appreciate the support, and I will see you all for the next episode. Take care, everyone.